Welcome to our Devos, where we are talking about sharing your story to save the world. Your story was never meant to end with you. We talked about that in church. Your story was not to be the end of the story. Your story is actually the beginning. Your story is the place where you see what God has done and you willingly share that with other people. Now, here's the final thing that I'm going to share with you this week as we're heading into a Holy Week. We're heading into a time where we're going to be focusing on inviting people to church, inviting people to Good Friday, making a plan to bring people to Christ. Here's the deal. You are a witness whether willing or not. If you're a Christian, if you believe in Jesus, if you are a Bible reading, Bible believing, saved, born again Christian, you are a witness whether willing or not. That's a big difference. Some people are willing, some people are not. Some people are into this agenda, and some people are into doing what God wants, and some people are not. And the truth is, if we truly believe that Jesus is the Son of the living God, and we believe that he rose from the grave, and that he's willing to sacrifice his own self so that he can bring sinful people into a relationship with God, then we are a witness. We have the good news. We're the ambassadors of the good news. There's that, and I don't know how it's enforced, but there's that Good Samaritan law. You know, the Good Samaritan law essentially is if you see something bad happening to someone, you are lawfully required to do something about it. You're lawfully required to call someone. You're lawfully required to try to help that person. Okay, and so what does that mean? That means that you have that burden, you have that obligation. Whether you were involved in that situation or not, that's what it is. Well, with regard to Jesus Christ, we are obligated by God's grace, we're constrained by God's grace to be witnesses. We're to tell this world about who Jesus is and what he's done. It says in Luke chapter 24, verse 48, you are witnesses of these things. What are these things? The works of Jesus, the resurrection of Jesus, the story of what Jesus has done in your life. All of those things, you are witnesses. So what are you going to do with the fact that you are called into mission? Well, it's simple. Tell your story. Tell it again. Reach out to that person. Good Friday's coming up. It's time to be thinking about somebody else and their eternity. It's time to be thinking about somebody else and what they are going through in terms of their relationship with God. Who is it that comes to mind that you think of when you think of somebody who doesn't know Jesus? This is the time to say, I am his witness. He's chosen me to be his ambassador. He wants me to do his work. And because he wants me to do his work, I am going to be obedient in that which I'm called to be obedient in. So this Easter season, be on witness. Look for the opportunity to share your faith. Look for the opportunity to invite your one. We have these cards. We have that billboard. We have our website. Tell someone, come to the Log Church and hear about the great God who gave himself so that you could be forgiven.